to my video. My name is Alan Manu Jacob. I'm a CC Year 2 student, and this is a video where I explain the working of my responsive application slash website, and I also explain what I've done with the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, what I've done in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to make my website work. Let's begin. So here for the HTML, I have created a cursor for so it can be displayed on the website using JavaScript. And here's the section one part of the website, the section two, and here are the videos for your reference that I've used. And here's section three, section four, and this is also part of the section four. Section 6, I did do a section 5, but then that did not fit within the theme of my website, so I had to remove it. This is section 6. And finally, this is section 7. This section is a bit big as it shows the footer of, not exactly the footer, it shows where, like, what are the social media tags of my website. So here's Instagram, here's Facebook, here's Twitter, and then here's Patreon. That's the end. These are the animations, JavaScript animation links I've added, GSAP and scroll trigger, and I've added a JavaScript file. This is my CSS for the website. It's a bit long, so be patient, please. I'm slowly scrolling through. You guys can, if it's too fast for you, you guys can pause and take a look at the code. But since it's a bit long, I might have to rush through the code to, like, so I can explain how the website works. Is the media queries for screens between with the minimum width of 481 px. Above this, which I forgot to include, was the media query for screens up to 40 px with a max width of 480 pixels wide, which is the viewport width of a phone, of a mobile device, and this is the viewport width of a tablet slash a small laptop. And then next comes the viewport width of 1025 and above, which is the screen sizes. It's the which is like the screen sizes which are there for laptops, desktops, monitors, etc. And we are almost there. Please be patient. And that's the end of our CSS. Now, before we move on to the JavaScript, let's see what the website looks like, shall we? So, this is my website. So, this is what the website looks like, and it's called Games Free. So, basically, the theme of the website is that instead of you searching for like different games by name that are free, this website shows you the games that are available within a single website, like multiple free games that are within a single website. So you don't have to go you don't have to like look for them with trailers. So this is the first section that I was talking about. So for this, if we reload the web page, you can see that there is a slight delay, the loading, where the animation comes up a bit. The text, the front text slides up, and with that you can also notice the header, the nav, the header bar also comes just drags down from the top. It fades in from the top. Let's move on to the second section, which is just display of the different games and their logos or their brands. And here I've added an icon for the volume. In the HTML, the audio is muted, but here is just given for styling purposes. So it can be like viewed as a little bit of a application of the website, but you can't actually mute or unmute the audio on click. And then this is the next part. This is section 3 of the website. Here I've added I've added a JavaScript function where on mouse leave or on mouse entry or on mouse leave, the mouse the background turns white and the mouse cursor, the website cursor turns black so that the cursor is visible. But as soon as I the section, leave this section, the mouse cursor becomes bigger and it shows the volume icon. And then the same thing happens when you go from this section to this. The mouse cursor becomes smaller, and when you go into this, it becomes bigger. For that, the JavaScript is here. This is the cursor function to display the cursor on the website, this small white circle, and then this is the section 1 function. So here, basically, the header part, this is where the header part drags in from the top, fades in from the top, and then the content, which is this games that are free brought to you, fades in from the bottom. And then here is where we add the event listeners. The event listener for mouse enter is this. We have given the height and width as 100px. We have given an HTML inner HTML variable where we can display the icon, which is the volume high icon to make it so that the user can uh, either play the audio or turn or not play the audio on click. And then rest all is just this. And then the event listener, when it leaves section 2 is where the third section changes its color. We have given a section 2 add event listener. It goes back to its original size. There's no inner HTML. Then the background, and then the overall background turns white. And then the cursor color is turned to black. Then of the website. So this is a scroll trigger where the markers start here and it ends around here somewhere here. That's where the scroll trigger happens. And then so that's where this comes in. So the section 4 mouse enter and mouse leave, both event listeners have been added, so the mouse cursor turns white and then the video plays in the background where the mouse becomes bigger and has a text view game for Valorant, Minecraft, as well as Overwatch, which is this. This is the game's event listener edition, and this is for the moving text. Then, as we leave this section, the mouse size turns white and it goes back to the original size, and the background of the next section turns black. This is where another GSAP animation comes in. The background is turned black and the color is white on scroll trigger. This is where the mouse enter animation is done. It goes from view game to normal size cursor, and you can actually see the sliders, these two sliders, and the socials given within the website. This is done by the CSS of my website, which is this part, as you can see, hover, right, Valorant section. This is the wrong section. Sorry, this is the this here. You can see, as you can see, section 7 box hover. The background color changes to black. Opacity is 1, and then transform translate Y. And then here's section 7 follow box hover. Insta, which is the tags that I've given, its opacity and its scale increases. And here's where the keyframes have been added for that. And now and now now let's move on to the responsiveness of my page. So this is the responsiveness for 480 pixels, which is the iPhone 4. This is what the website looks like. So let's move on to the next resolution, which is 812. This is what the screen looks like. This is the slider animation for section 7. The socials, the video clips, the mouse enter and mouse scroll trigger animation here. Then the mouse enter and mouse leave, you can see it changes color. And here as well, changes color and size. Doesn't change color, it changes size. Yeah. Now let's move on to the next resolution. Now the next resolution is at 731, which is the resolution of a Google Pixel phone. You can see still the same, no changes. So it works great. Now next is our tablet size, which is 1024. You can see 1024 also works perfectly. Then now let's move on to the next resolution, which is 1024 and above, which is 1440 or anything above that resolution. As you can see, anything above 1024, it slowly aligns itself to the screen. Let's see 1440. It's exactly the same as my previous output. Yeah, so that's about it for my website. Thank you for watching.